All right, impromptu stream time. Like very impromptu, like all up in the was not planned, but this has been happening for a few days. So I figured, hey, might as well make a video about it. Also, why is my face so big? Let's go back to normal size. There we go. I don't even know how many people are going to be watching this live because this is late at night. This is like 10 o'clock at night for me. But we are currently raiding and draining a level 50. We haven't heard from him in days. Don't know why. He's been a very active player. This is like day 3 of the raid. And I finally got an invitation to join thanks to IA. So big shout out to them. So we're going to talk game and then go through billions and billions and billions. Like this is 42 billion trit left. This is well after the raid's been going on. This is insane. This is I don't remember the original numbers, but I'm pretty sure this is right on par with that video I made about the largest raid ever. And there's a massive Tribune just flying by. Hello, Tribune. Oh, it's Kraken fossilizes base. So Feds and IA are at war. We are not at war with them. I'm actually giving big thanks to IA because they're allowing people like myself and Chaos to participate. Some of the smaller level alliances getting in on the fun, which is very nice of them to do because please stop breaking. But yeah, it's been crazy. It has been insane. Hey, Monati says it started at 105. If it started at 105 billion, then it's right at the record. Right at the record. So still extremely impressive numbers wise. And I've gotten about 150 million trit, I think. And I haven't been able to do it the entire time just because I've had other stuff going on throughout the day. But been coming back to it, and yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's 100 billion or 105 billion. That's nutso numbers. I see Shinjo and Fire at Willer in the voice chat. How are y'all doing this very late night stream edition of Star Trek Fleet Command? Very late night.
Doing great.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. Like this is some good stuff. Got to mention the awesome love. All right, we'll mention Doom. Doom is actually the one that told me to ask. So shout out to Doom. Appreciate it. Frosty's the one that gave me his spot. Frosty is another level 50 who allowed me to come in and get in on this raid. So shout out to both of those individuals as there's a bunch of IA and Fed pew pew going on around my head right now. So many billions. So this is going to be going forever. Mike says he's been watching it all day. Yeah, it has. It's been going on for like 3 days, right? 2 days, 3 days? I mean, you think about it, like when I started rating it, it was at 48 billion trit left. And now there is 42 billion trit left. So that was earlier this in the day, like 10, 12 hours ago. And they've only gone through 6 billion trit. That's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's craziness. I like it. I like it a lot. I need more raids like this in my life. I was just talking about the jellyfish costing so much trit and stuff, and this raid, depending on how much I get, I'll be able to actually afford some of those upgrades. Maybe able to go to tier 3 tonight. Wouldn't that be dandy? Tier 3 jellyfish. By the way, if you're watching in chat, welcome. I don't expect there will be a lot of people, but it's going to be pretty crazy. Alpha says that long. Yeah. If you think about it, my Antares is pulling at 2 million a pop or 1.98 per load. If you think about that compared to 40 billion, we can bring out our handy dandy calculator because it's too late for me to be doing math right now. Y'all out your mind if you think I'm doing math. But if it takes 5 seconds for me to pull 2 million, that means per minute I can pull right around 20. If I did it perfectly, which I don't, I could do 24 million. And to do that 100 times, that's 2 billion. So that would take 100 minutes of nonstop rating, constant hitting at 2 million a pop to do 2 billion in damage to it. So yeah, it's going to take a long time to get in. Very nice. Doom says he's got 5 billion of it so far. Doom, you want to trade spots with me and let me have that next door spot? Oh man, actually, don't try to trade with me on stream. I don't want somebody sneaking in, and I don't need y'all blaming me because Fed snuck in and got a raid. Hey, Stevens, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, thanks. Just finished work, so heading home.
Nice. I'd invite you, but you're not on server 20 to this crazy, fantastical raidy.
No worries.
I've never gotten to participate in one this large. I mean, I've obviously seen them. People send me video, but never been able to participate in one this large. It's insane. I mean, and this is a very active level 50. We just haven't heard from him in a few days. Philip says, "Is the guy still alive, or did he just go to work?" Um, he got cracked 2 days ago, and Sulu has like had these moments where he'll come and go, but he's always been active for 2 years. But I don't know exactly what's going on. The people that I've asked in his alliance have both said that they don't know, and I've asked multiple people. So whatever's going on, I can tell you this: I feel like I can guarantee that everything he's losing, he has in tokens, so he'll be able to be fine. Charles says he's server 20. Well, shout out to you on server 20. Who are you with in server 20? Come on. Oh, man, the lag and then the random crossfires going on right now. Y'all think TC is lag? Try to get 200 people raiding a base. Yeah, Minot, he was definitely booted and looted because Feds cracked him open and Feds were raiding him. And then IA is like, whoa, if somebody's going to get him, it should be us. And that's what it should be, by the way. I am a firm supporter of the boot and loot strategy. If somebody's going to get the loot, it might as well be your alliance. Frey says he's with Exco. Shout out Exco. And shout out Tash. It's good to see all the alliances here tonight, especially this late. I'm surprised y'all are awake at this point in the night. We got 100 people watching this stream at this late. That's crazy. It's crazy talk, I tell you. It's crazy. That's what happens when you get good raids. I think everybody wants to see a level 50 get raided. It doesn't matter if they like them or not. Like, we just take it back to the 50s.
And that was one thing when they had the month-long alliance events. It was like a difficult choice between, okay, do you boot and loot them because then they're going to miss out on any alliance rewards, or so it kind of just depends on that balance of how much resources they've got and whether they are willing to lose that for the sake of the alliance event.
100%. I think it also comes just back down to the fact where when you got 100 billion, you don't want that going to your enemy either, because Feds and IA have been at war.
Sure, that much, yeah.
They've been at war again for months now, so they don't want Feds getting all the resources. So it's a tricky one, to be sure. And I'm just appreciative that they've let us come into the fray and they haven't been killing us. So as there's a Pilum just sitting right there. A 26 million Pilum just chilling out next to the battle.
Nice.
Yeah, funny enough, I have not seen a single 4-star miner in on this. It's all been the 3 stars and stuff, but come on, give me the base. Stop giving me miners. Stupid miners. There we go.
Because we're
I've
all
heard
about
people,
that
no one
base.
uses 4 stars to drain bases because it's just too expensive to repair.
It's rare unless there's no real conflict going on. But I mean, 4 stars can eventually get up to about 4 million in raid pools. So I mean, optimally, it'd be great to use them. And we do have some people on our server who have spent that level of money.
Dang.
But yeah, it's rare.
I really wish
You're
they'd
right.
be bigger. I wish they'd be like 10 million a pull.
Oh, 100% agree with you. I think if they were bigger, and honestly, it wouldn't matter if they're bigger, because how many opportunities do you get to raid that amount of resources? Ultimately, the economy of the game just needs more. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
It just needs more.
Yeah.
Morning, DW. How you doing? But I mean, I'm excited because I'm hoping to get, I don't know how long I'll be able to stay up and do this tonight. We'll see. But I would love to get to 1 billion trit, and I'm 700 million away. And then I would dump all of that into my ISS jelly. Or maybe Maybe work on maxing out my auger that I've never maxed. Hey, no one, how you doing, buddy? Come jump in the voice chat as we raid a level 50. Yay! It's not every day you get to raid level 50. And by the way, this is a rare opportunity to shout out Scopely. You know why? This used to be impossible. Stevens, can you remember why this was impossible?
Yes, because we used to get damage when we were raiding the base.
Correct. Yeah. The attack mechanic that came at the end of 2019 made it to where any ship could raid a base and no longer take damage. You didn't have to re-crack it a little bit every time. What's up, no one?
Nah.
Hey, how you doing?
Just trying to get some free trit, man.
Lucky. I'm frustrated right now.
What you frustrated about? No more Pokemon
Internet
cards?
was down for 4 to 5 hours today.
Oh, boy.
And then my whole network was acting up really bad, so I was troubleshooting most of the time.
Normally, I would be happy to be with your sob story, but I just had like no power and no running water for like a week. So suck it up, Buttercup. It's
No
fine.
thanks. I'm in California. Internet's good. I don't get that kind of weather.
Yeah. So, oh man, Darren says, quick question. Anyone notice an issue with TOS Uhura's officer ability? Is she broken? No.
Negative.
No. I might just have to do a video where I explain how she works. I think there's a lot of people confused how she works. So I'll just do it.
She works like Alex, doesn't she?
Alex?
Marcus.
No.
Alexander.
No. Not the same thing. But I'll do a video on it and we'll cover that then. How about that?
How big's the steel wall on that base?
Steel wall's already gone.
Okay, then it's all pure trit then.
Pure trit, yeah. So it's got 40 billion trit left.
Wow.
And it's pure
40
trit.
billion? Did the guy quit or something?
No, he just hasn't logged on. He got cracked the other night and hasn't logged back into Shield. So
wow.
Yeah.
What alliance is he in?
He was with IA.
And they just dumped him and said, "Oh, everyone raid him."
Well, yeah, because they're at war with Feds. Feds managed to find him and crack him, and instead of letting Feds get 100 billion, they're just letting everybody but Feds get it. So like Chaos, Exco, us, and OO, they've let all of us come and raid with them. They're just stopping Feds from raiding. So.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Oh, there you go. BH Snipes. She basically works like Harrison, kind of.
Yeah, sorta. It's if you go back to the video where I talked about how shields work in the game, that's what she's adjusting.
I think I understand how she works. If it's kind of like Harrison, because there's still a certain amount of bleed through that happens with piercing and everything else. I'm assuming it just lowers the mitigation between it.
With Harrison affects mitigation. Uhura doesn't touch mitigation. Uhura touches the shields. So it's step 2.
Yeah, shield mitigation. It says, right?
Well, mitigation is something different than shield damage. Shields mitigate, but I don't like to use that word because people confuse it with regular mitigation.
Well, there's 2 types of mitigation because if you look at it.
Hey, Nightmare, how you doing, buddy?
Nightmare. Oh, sorry. So I did a boo-boo yesterday.
What'd you do?
Or the other day. So I'm sitting in bed, look at my phone. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna upgrade this trit generator, and I wasn't like I was half asleep, and I clicked the instant build.
Yikes!
That was
how much did it cost?
180K. 180K.
That is, I would actually cry to Scopely, like, please help me.
I just did actually.
Yeah,
I sent one.
There is a confirmation. I'll tell you this: in an upcoming update, you do have a confirmation button coming for lat repair. I don't know about insta build, but
yeah, because that really hurt me.
Yeah. Now, coming soon could be next
soon
October,
or soon.
Yeah. The dev I talked to said it was
ones.
soon, not so. We'll see. We'll just wait. Just do like you normally do and wait.
An average $1 billion an hour.
Yeah.
Average.
Yeah. It's like I said, if you were able, because it depends on what you're hitting it with. I'm pulling about 2 million a pull. You can hit roughly 2 ships every 5 seconds once it kind of starts glitching out and lets you do multiple ships at a time. So with that rough math, you can kind of get up to close to $1.5 billion an hour. It depends. But Let's just say it's going. It still has almost 2 days left before it's drained.
With me and like 3 other guys, we are able to get about 1 billion an hour if we have a rotation going.
Yeah. Now, if you've got enough people, you break the rotation and don't need it anymore.
Yeah, it's hard to break it and get it to glitch like that.
Also, I've got a problem where now, because the game is overloading on the server, it's freaking out. My ships aren't docking, so now I'm not even able to send my ships back.
That's actually what's happening with server 18. I had to talk to a dev about it, and he had to bring it up the chain.
Yeah, it's a sync issue with the server speaking to what you're doing. It's the exact same problem, actually, of what causes territory capture lag. So
we had a whole server issue. Like armadas were disappearing out of the systems. They weren't starting. You wouldn't make it there all of a sudden. It was just really weird.
Yeah.
I had to wait the weekend because we all know the people that I can contact directly don't work weekends.
Yeah, I've only got, I think, 2 of them that actually work a weekend. It's pretty rare.
I haven't found one yet.
Some of them will talk to me on the weekends, and then I've got one of them will talk to me on his off days and weekends, but most of the time he wants to just kind of like talk bullcrap, like just shoot the stuff, and which is cool. That's fun. And hey, Jason, how you doing? The banners are stupid. Thank you, Cameron, for pointing out that very factual fact. The banners are in fact
and they're getting stuck again.
Yeah, it's the bane of my existence. Ooh. Basically, I'm just going to have to be rebooting the game every 15 minutes so that it reloads and doesn't lag up and freeze. Like I've got a ship stuck somewhere in battle for the past 30 seconds.
Move a ship. Just move a ship out of your dock and bring it back in.
Well, I'm trying to move another miner to hit the base. It looks like Expo accidentally killed my miner. So
crossfire.
Look, when I'm bringing home 2 million trit, I'll take a 48,000 repair.
Instantly.
Not going to complain. It's whatever. We'll go get more speed ups. So that's just going to happen, and I'm not worried about it. But his base with nobody home is almost 300 million strength.
He ain't going to miss what he's about to be missing.
291, man. That's a big number, bro. By the way, welcome over to the stream. Ask questions you have about the game. Myself or no one shall will answer. And if we don't know, then we'll ask Steven. And Steven definitely knows because he's a Kiwi.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron.
I don't call him his real name because he should put his first name first. Instead, he puts his last name first.
No, I got him on Facebook. It's Steven.
Well, I don't add people on Facebook. I try to use my Facebook as me time. So I do have a Facebook page, though. The Facebook page is almost up to 700 people.
So. If I personally talk to the person for a long period of time and I know them, I don't mind adding them.
Dr. Doom, dang it. Maverick says, how long did it take to crack? It actually took feds, I'm pretty sure, a couple hours to crack. And then eventually they got caught, and IA was like,
you gotta whittle away.
What you think you're doing? You just spam it with Saladins. Spam it.
Saladin Harrison crew?
Yeah. Spam it.
Like Harrison Moreau.
Look at all these ships. So many guys' ships. So they should let you turn off all notifications. I agree. I do believe there should be like basically a modular notification. Here's a pillow that just flew by. To where you don't have to go through all the stupid notifications. There's a Kelvin and a Pilum just kind of flying in circles around this raid with 40 miners.
How was Sally spam shown in what?
What are you talking about?
Oh no, Nina Plays posted Sally spam and it held it for review.
That's
tell them because of all the lag that you're changing the ship types to nothing but Rialto and Fortunates.
There you go. Oh my gosh, it is bad. Hey, Miss Teresa, how you doing? Yeah, it's sorry for the late stream. This is an impromptu, unplanned stream. So the 166 of you that are here, smash the like button, and I love you.
Remember, hit the dislike button.
And enjoy the very slow process of draining a level 50.
I hate raiding at this point, but if it was steel or like Trit like you have, I'd be all over it.
Yeah, it's Trit, exactly. Like, I've got a brand new ISS Jellyfish. I need every Trit I can get, like each individual Trit.
Do you have Pan Crew on your main?
I mean, I'm running Claw with Synergy.
Miner.
Claw.
I usually do Pan Crew, just 2 of them, and then Ston.
Yeah, I'm just doing claw with synergy. I could do that, but I've got all my docs organized a certain way, and I really don't want to fudge up the organization.
I want some presets. I want some officer presets so bad.
100%. Charles says, how long have you been playing? I've been playing since the game came out, so over 2 years now, which is also the reason that I'm the sexiest content creator. Hey, look, there it is. There's a Hydra. Look, it's a Hydra, everybody. Let's scan it so that y'all can see a Hydra in action. Ooh, it's a tier 3 Hydra.
A Max Bakor can blow up a Max Enterprise.
How much would that be carrying?
A tier 3, only like 2.5 million, I think.
1.9 million. 1.9.
If you click on the little eye button, it will show you.
Well, let me open mine up.
With Stan, I thought it would be about 2.5, but
no. Let me put Stan on mine. Give me a second.
John, it's still got 40 billion 40 billion trit left. 40 billion trit is left in the base.
Mine with Stan on there is approximately 1.9.
So less than my tier 6.
Tier 3.
Faction mine.
Yeah. And compared to my K-Vort, my K-Vort's 3.29.
Yeah. So my Antares is doing 1.98 a pull.
I believe the G4 miners max out at 6 million, I believe.
I think so. But that's tier 12, and
yeah,
it's a long
that's why it's not worth using.
That's probably why you're not seeing very many of those.
Yeah.
Well, and then the cost explosion. Because if you're doing a raid, sorry.
No, I was going to say Alpha want to know why somebody's raiding with an Enterprise. They're not. The main base that's getting raided is at war with another large whale alliance. So when you see Feds and IA, they're probably trying to kill each other, and that's why you see Enterprises. They're not trying to raid. They're trying to kill the miners.
All right, here's my logic on using a G4 miner raid. If you're using a G4 miner raid, let's say it's still 100 million base you're hitting. Let's use that as an example trip. Mm-hmm. And your miner blows up. That's still a 20 million repair, which is a dent of 80 million of what you just took. So if you're using a K-Vort, you're only doing like 600K maybe at max a trip. Mm-hmm. So it's a cost-saving approach. Like, I wouldn't want to lose that. I haven't blown my Bakor up since the whole update of the G4 stuff.
Yeah.
But I have blown up my Katinga. It went from 130 million down to 38 million.
Some random person just hit my Cavort with his Cavort, and I won. Suck it! My Cavort's better than yours.
Get wrecked, mate.
All the girls to the
yeah, I didn't actually prepare for the stream. I should have had the get wrecked mate ready to go, but I was kind of more like, just get to the raid. Just get to the raid.
Rev has 30 seconds to get back to his base, and then that's the in between time where he's getting ready for the stream.
I mean, y'all look at it. I mean, just since I've been sitting here, I'm already at 330 million. So just sitting here, I've gone up like 40 million while we've been streaming and everything. So yeah, it's big. It's big. Travis says good officers to pair with Harrison on a T7 Sally. Assume most officers are only tier 2, tier 3. Yuki Harrison combo.
If you want to do a one pump chump, would be Pike.
I'm still going to go Gorkon, Harrison, Kurla.
Yeah. That's a good fall. But then again, you could always fall back to, if you want to last a little longer, you take Curl off and swap them for Killy.
This is true. Yeah, Killy's one that I don't think about it enough. But he was saying assume tier 2. I don't know if Killy's high enough at that point to really help as much.
It's one of those dice rolls. Try one, then try the other, and look at the battle logs and see where it goes.
I really like Killy, but Killy is one of the ones, and I feel like the Discovery officers really had this theme. The Discovery officers needed tiers to really, really be good. Mm-hmm. Whereas
like normal officers.
The TOS officers, most of them are good immediately.
Oh yeah. Kirk, amazing.
Yeah. I mean, McCoy, good immediately. He's obviously better leveled up, but he's good immediately.
Yeah, but I only think of him as a trap officer, really.
Yeah. Let's see. Sulu is good immediately. He's just kind of
He's a secondary.
He's a secondary officer for that. And there's an auger fighting somebody right now.
And Spock, I really do like.
Spock is just so niche, though. Like, I love what he does, and he's very good at it, but he can only be used in certain situations.
Well, on my Enterprise, when I'm PvP, and I go TOS Kirk, Spock, either Khan or Alex on the other wing, and I only use Spock for the synergy, which bumps the energy weapons to 100% damage.
Yeah. Yes, Miss Teresa, I agree. This raid is awesome. It is crazy. It's all over the place, and I'm just trying not to die. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Okay.
There's like resources.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if I really stay up tonight, I can be over 1 billion trit from this raid by myself. So it's really tempting to do that.
I've never done that big of a raid. I think my maximum was 8 billion.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been in a raid. Like, I've been able to have film for some of these, but I've never been in a raid.
But now it's actually harder to raid. It's actually harder to raid after the new targeting system got brought into play. Because I had a guy trying to raid my guy with a BB, and I was right next to, or he was right next to the base. I would have to wait for the BB to make its full round and start mass clicking on the freaking attack button to get him.
Yeah. So
I'm not a fan of that.
How many ships are we looking at in that system?
In this system, 200.
I get 50 players in one system, and it starts to lag.
Well, server 20 just is liked more. I mean, there might only be about 100, but the system is basically full, and everybody's going in and out constantly. So,
Exotic Esports, Spock. I hope you're not talking about that on Enterprise. But I want to get TOS Kirk.
I mean, TOS Kirk and Spock from the Kelvin timeline and Khan is good. That's a great jelly loadout. It's a fantastic jelly loadout.
Jelly's not a good PvP ship, though.
It's not, but TOS Kirk makes it a hell of a lot better.
No, Pew Pew's even harder because of energy weapons.
Yeah, I'll tell you what TOS Kirk is really scary on. The Valdor. That's what TOS Kirk's scary on.
Is the is the red matter bomb energy or is it kinetic?
The red matter is a kinetic, and then you have 2 energy weapons before.
That sucks. If it was the red matter bomb was energy, then that'd be OP.
Robert, the auto shield comes up every 2 hours. I don't remember when the last one was. We'll just have to wait for it. But it is funny because as soon as the auto shield comes up, everybody chills. They stop fighting each other and they just sit around and just stare at the base for 10 minutes.
Kumbaya.
Yeah, it's just a mini kumbaya moment. Like, people shield their bases so that the 50s don't come insta crack them and stuff. Look at all the wars going on. There's enterprises fighting each other.
Is that Fossilized flying around?
Yeah, Fossil's here. Yeah, Fossil's actually got a spot right next to the base. Fossil's only problem is there's 2 50s that are right over here as well. So
smacking them around.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Anders will bring his Tribune, and I don't know if Fossil can even stop the Tribune.
Oh, Ender?
Yeah. Ander Stevens. Ender is still 49, but Ander is level 50.
Bro.
I have not yet got the battle pass.
Yeah,
and I'm more than and I got half the shards I need for just about all of the TOS officers.
Very nice. I'm a little short on Kirk.
I have Kirk. I don't even know how far I'm away from tearing him up. I haven't looked in a bit.
Yes, Cameron. The auto shield is always 10 minutes. Always. So and you got
to recrack it.
2 hours into a raid, an auto shield will reprompt, and then you get a little bit of hull left, and you have to recrack it after that. But it's always 10 minutes.
I need to correct that. There's one that I don't have half yet, and that's Spock. I got 22, but all the rest of them are way over half.
Nice.
What a bunch of morons. What?
Good evening.
Hey, Arian. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Hey, Arian.
How are you? Hi.
I'm doing great now that I'm getting free trit.
Yeah, this is awesome. How long has this been going for?
2.5 days.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was over 105 billion total, and now it's down to 41 billion trit. So now every pull is a pure trit pull. So when I do my next recall, I'm going to pull up on the screen and show you what my cargo looks like. It's 1.9 million tritanium.
Just click the little button on the left.
Woo.
Yep.
That's pretty sweet.
It's fancy.
Hey, Rev, if you want to throw a note of reality in for you, I heard where you had some water damage,
yes.
and where you're at, especially with the heat in the summer. Once you take care of the water, make sure you get a mold inspection done.
Oh no, I figured that I could actually let my mold and then my asbestos walls work together to kill me sooner. That's my plan.
Well, we've got that fat donation. I think you can afford a mold inspection.
Yeah, funny enough, that donation I got, a mold inspection cost about that much, which is why people don't.
Well, then.
My actual goal is, I'll tell y'all now, my goal is to actually, I've been saving up for a couple years, and it's not going to be much, but I'm trying to buy a house at the end of the year. That's my goal. Now, for those wondering, houses in this area are a lot cheaper than where no one lives by like a lot.
Yeah. It's like 600,000 over here for a base one.
Yeah, 1,000 square feet where I live equates to about $100,000. So a 3,000 square foot house, which is like a freaking mansion to me, is only $300,000. And on a 30-year mortgage, that's doable.
Yeah. Also, be listening.
Has anyone took a bid after your little post on Snapchat?
No.
Dang, that sucks.
I do have a potential interview, but we'll see.
Yeah. Be listening for any kind of weather state of emergency, because if you have one of those in your area, you can get federal assistance for that stuff too.
Ooh, I like federal assistance.
Nah, you'll probably get that.
Luna, the guy is not quitting that we know of. Sulu has always been a very active player on the server, and he didn't tell anybody he was quitting. I don't know what happened. He is not from the U.S., so he's out of country right now. Maybe just something happened and he lost his shield, or not to be mean to Scopely, but for all I know, he had a 7-day shield that failed for some reason, and he hasn't been back on to, fix it.
But his phone should be going off like left and right at this point.
Yeah, but I don't know what's going on with him, man. I mean, you just have to know Sulu. Like, Sulu has played for 2 years and never given anybody an indication he's quitting. So I'd be doubtful that he is, but I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the Tritanium and not ask questions. Luna says poor guy may be in an accident or electricity is out. Maybe. And while I feel for those people, I'm not going to not raid their base. So
yeah, you can't turn down free loot. Sorry.
My thought process, my paradigm is somebody's going to raid it. I might as well get some.
Get some.
Correction, a lot of somebody's is raiding it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody on the server, there's a freaking, oh wow. I should kill them. There's a Botany Bay in here trying to raid.
Hey, you got to get some, right?
No, the Botany Bay is too small.
A decent cargo size.
You're wasting our time.
I come in with a fleet of fortune. It's just to piss you off.
Fleet of Rialtas. Wait, you got one.
Let's see. Luna says this is why you live in territory capture if your alliance is in TC. Yes, but I'll also say this. He is currently in faction space, but when you're a whale, there's so much you need to do way out there that it's really, really kind of tiresome to be going in and out of territory space to deep space and stuff like that. So I know the Discovery has helped with its little warp feature and its summoning, but
still, that's only one ship. And if you got a lot of grinding you got to do, then it's best to stay out in independent or one of the faction spaces where you can get it done.
Yeah, I mean, and they have 5 territories and they have all of the particles, but at the end of the day, you still got other stuff you got to do.
The only thing I don't like about the territory is the complete lack of hostiles. I mean, if they had them in there as normal, hey.
Arian, were you about to say something?
I was gonna say, and that you can eat up that mycelium really quick. I know that our bigger guys that stay in territory, because they don't have the option of just buying it when they need it either.
Well, you can right now with the repair pack.
With the one repair pack, yeah. But yeah, it gets very expensive to just keep using it.
Teresa says he'll recoup with no problem. Yeah, I'll also say this. Like, Sulu has never been a jerk to me, ever. He's also a whale and a level 50. Something tells me he'll be okay if he wakes up.
Just imagine how many he has in coin.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if he doesn't have another 100 billion sitting in tokens somewhere.
Pew pew, mother trucker.
Since I've sat here, you've gained 22 million titanium.
Yeah, my Cavort's pulling in 1.5 a load, and the Antares is at 2 a load. So now here's you a fun one. Anybody want to pull out their calculator and do the math? How long would it take to do this raid with envoys only?
Way too long.
Too long.
Tier 1 envoys.
It's like I'll tell somebody, look, you can raid the base, but you got to use fortunates. Oh God, look at this. We got multiple Pillums on the field right now. Multiple Pillums on the field.
See, I still have a couple fortunates.
Oh, we're going to have some Pillum on Pillum love? Anders Pillum versus Wings Pillum? Yeah.
No, it's just
Who wins? Jelly. Who wins?
They're going to hug each other. Oh, nope.
Oh, Wing Sabers Pillum wins. Anyway, back to draining. You came for the raid, stayed for the epic fights of expensive ships you'll never own. Oh, yeah.
Tough man.
I wasn't trying to be mean to y'all, but y'all most likely will never have Pillums. So, sorry.
Yeah, we thought we'd know a lot of us wouldn't have enterprises either.
Oh, I mean, yeah, down the road, if y'all play, eventually you'll get them. I'm just saying.
I'm aiming for 2030.
Yeah, there you go. By 2030, I want a Pillum too. I don't have a Pillum either. I don't even have a Katinga yet.
I'll race
I got a Katinger.
I bet you wish you could have some of this trit for that Katinger.
Yeah. But I have 2.3 billion right now.
Yeah, but that,
but
as much as that
right
sounds like, that's literally one weapon. That doesn't really do
That's
anything.
one weapon.
Yeah.
I'm going slow. It's warp 150 right now. I'm good.
Nice. With the reduction in the repair cost, I've considered going up to 42, but I'm just going to slow play it for now.
Well, you got to get that TC research up and then just to help it out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have much of the battleship one up yet.
Yeah, I'm focusing on all my researches now. I'm not going to take my jelly past maybe 4. I'm just going to use it for PvE grinding and stuff. I don't plan on taking it very high. So, Charles says, is it possible to get the last 4 levels in the battle pass? Certainly. Yeah.
Yeah, there's still time.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing yours every day, which I always am, you're going to complete it, and you're going to complete the overflow event. So
that one's looking dicey, though.
I think no. I mean, it's the same as last year. I'll reconfirm with the devs maybe tomorrow, but you're going to be able to finish both. But if you remember last time we did this, the last 4 days were all like 20K days.
Yeah, they're huge.
So. Unless they want Rev Deuce to go off on them on a video, they better make it possible.
I guess while you're doing that, I'm going to play some Legos.
Ooh. Man, I was thinking about playing Civilization 6 tonight and streaming it, and then I'm like, oh, raid, never mind. Nean says with Envoys, 580 days. Wow. Envoys really do be draining slow like that, though. I guess it depends on what level Envoy, because I'm pretty sure that would be like a tier 1. A maxed Envoy is, I think, 144,000. So.
A tier 6, I'm looking at it right now, is 126.
It's crazy. There's so many ships, you can't even see the base. All your base are belonging to us.
How are you even clicking on it?
Yeah, when I first looked at it, I thought he had a special modded base that looked like that. I'm like, wow, that's cool looking. Then I realized, hold on.
Yeah, that's just a whole bunch of cavorts and stuff. Robert, the raid started like 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Jeff, I've never played a modded version of Civilization 6. If you have some good mods, throw them my way on the Facebook page or something, and I might check them out. See, I like Stargate mod stuff for space, not for like Civilization. John, we don't know if the 50 quit or not. We haven't heard from him in a couple of days, but he was a very active player. Ooh, look. Sexy D4 for a level 50.
Level 50, bro.
I think there's more level 50 bros on this server than there are on any other server. We have 8 now.
We only have 2 on mine.
Yeah. I know there's some more powerful level 50s, but I don't think that there are more level 50s anywhere.
Yeah, we're at 6. What's his power in the power listing?
Sulu?
Yeah.
I guess I'll click out the screen and go look.
Making Rev actually work.
That's costing you $1 million trip.
He is 66.2 million and he's ranked 7.
Okay, yeah. Our 1 and 2 and 3 are all above 80.
Yeah,
Between
our
80
top
and
one I
90.
think is 85, 86, something like that.
Yeah, we've got 89 and 86. The top. So pretty similar.
John, he is down to 40 billion trit, 41 billion trit. He was at 105 billion resources in the open originally. Also love how there's like this whole real estate conversation going on in my chat right now, which I appreciate because I am ignorant to real estate. I just know that my family need a new house because the house we're in was built in like 1940. It's made of Australian asbestos, and we already spent $10,000 on the roof, and it just needs so much. It's a starter house, and we need to start getting out of it. So I'm going to be doing full-on Bernie Sanders memes this year, everybody, asking you for more money. Just be ready. So if everybody here sent $20 every time I streamed, I could get a house by the end of the year. Bam. Think of the kids. Just think of the children.
You're going to have us all over for the housewarming party, though, right?
Heck yeah. Anybody that donates to the house fund is welcome to the freaking house. 100%.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah. Yeah. Jason says it's a seller's market. I don't care. I need a house. That's I will say that
about
the interest rates are pretty low.
moving area, or are you going to stay in the same area?
The area I'm in is hella cheap. Like you can buy a freaking mansion for like $400,000 or just a really good house for $200,000. So I'll probably stay here for now. I can always move later.
Think about it. You know, you got flooded out and you've had no electricity for the last week.
Yeah. By the way, there's the 10-minute shield. So now we wait.
Kumbaya,
now it's like that scene with Darth Maul and Obi-Wan just chilling with the shield. We just wait.
Yes, that's exactly what it's like.
Ooh, Michael with the Mother Teresa statement saying, this guy's probably laying in a hospital bed somewhere while you vultures are picking the carcass. Number one, if that's the case, lots of prayers and positive thoughts to them. 2, it's a game. Who cares? You're not supposed to just...
How is that any different from when someone just forgets to shield?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's if it's that serious...
He might be sitting on the beach drinking margaritas going...
Yeah, he's a level 50
did I
who can afford to drop 6 digits on this game. I'm pretty sure his life is good and well, and he's fine. I'm praying he's fine. But, Jonathan, we're not sure what's up with Sulu. I would almost guarantee Sulu's back because Sulu has always been active. I hope he didn't quit. He's a hilarious dude who speaks almost only Portuguese. And there's more Pillums fighting each other. This time, Anders is the winner. What's Anders running for a crew on that Pillum? He's got TOS Ahura as captain, TOS Kirk on the side, and then Kang. It's an interesting crew loadout. So they're trying to run a counter to Khan. Oh, it's interesting. It's interesting. I'm not going to make any comments about level 50s. Not right now when they're giving me free loots. Not going to happen. So during this brief intermission, if anybody has questions about the game, feel free to drop them now. Archimedes, thank you for stepping up and saying that you would buy me a house. Greatly appreciated. He's ignoring me. Charles says he may be laughing at the scene and seeing how it plays out. Also very possible. Keep in mind that Sulu is the guy that we always talked about who, before level 40 and everything ever came out, he had 2 max Bortises that he would go mine with because he was untouchable. He would just go mine with them. Let's look at Behringer's base so y'all can look at some big ships while we wait. So there's a Kelvin at 16 million, an Augur, a 17 million Newton, the Enterprise, an ISS Jelly, and a D4. And let's go over to Anders' base. Let's see if we can find Anders' base. Let's see what Anders got hiding in his base. So he's got the Pilum, a D4, a Valdor, and a Tribune. Man, that dude went hardcore Romulan. You'll be very happy to know he has a Katinga sitting there. No one shall.
That's cool.
And then a Vortivore. And holy crap, this is a tiered up Vortivore. Level 40. That's a big Vortivore. Man, I haven't seen a faction miner tier 8 very often.
Can you see the stats of it? No.
I don't think I can with this view because it's in the base.
Yeah.
Let me check. Hold on. Here's the I button. So, yeah, we can. His cargo capacity is 4 million. Protected cargo 200K.
Ouch.
Yeah. Michael says judge his crews. Nope. They are exempt from judging because they're giving me loot. So everything that they're doing is perfectly acceptable. Everything they're doing is perfect.
So we know now at tier 8s where you
like this Valdor that has Blue Uhura, the Tribble Miner, and Livis is the completely acceptable loadout. 100% acceptable.
No shame.
Nope, it's okay. Also, I would challenge y'all to fit out 6 ships. Good luck. Oh gosh. I kind of want to take a screenshot.
Arcadie's coming out of retirement.
I hardcore want to take a screenshot of that so bad. But Anders is so nice, and he's giving me loot. Okay, I think I got it out of my system. Let's see.
Sure.
Where is Wingsaber? Let's see. Here's Wingsaber's. See if we can scan it. Nope, we can't. He's got a shield up at the moment. Somebody hit his base. Let's go back to Anders. Let's see what Anders has got on his Tribune. He's got a Giorgio for burning, and then he's running Joaquim and Otto. So he's got a base cracking crew loaded out on the Tribune. That's not bad. See what's on the Katinga. The Katinga is running Decius, Merrick, and DJ Aoki. I mean, all of that works. That is not the worst Enterprise loadout or something. It's not the best because that burning is not the most optimal way to run burning. But I mean, I guess it's okay. Here's the only problem I have. The Vortivore has Yuki and Harrison on it. Like, you could put that Yuki and Harrison on like anything else that's on the Vortivore. Fun fact though, there's a reason. A miner is the best place to put your Harrison and your Yuki when you're doing base defense. Anybody know why? And a question for the class.
Pew pew.
Okay, yes, pew pew, but why?
Massive pew pew because all your ships go pew pew with it. And
leave it to no one shall to not know the answer. Okay, so the reason that you want to put a Harrison on there is you put him on a miner because when you attack a base, the base is attacked by the battle triangle. So if you're using an Enterprise, it's going to attack the interceptor first. So it would attack the D4. Battleship would attack the Valdor, et cetera, et cetera. So if you put it on the miner, it's going to be the last one that's hit. So that Yuki keeps going the entire time. And now you know.
Like Super Short Show.
And now you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Half the battle. Nikki says, how to get the jellyfish. Which one? Which jellyfish? The little one or the big one?
She's level 10.
That'd be the little one. And that answer is money or event stores. And the next event store is like a month and a half away.
There are also 25 blueprints you can get from missions. Just Google it and you'll get a list of them.
Yay, 25. Woo.
Some can. some kind. Now I'm at 29. Will that jellyfish be in the event store for me too?
Doubtful. Michael says, "Stop telling people how to defend against me. I need the resources." Well, if you appreciate the fun tips, check out my PayPal address so that you could donate to the I Need a House Fund.
But to answer his question, will it be available? No, but my neighbor missed it and it was no longer made available to him. He submitted a ticket and was able to buy one.
Your neighbor?
Yeah, my neighbor plays.
You have friends in real life who actually play?
Yeah.
But they're all real people?
Yeah. They all play based on my recommendation.
Wow. That's actually really cool that you have real life friends.
Should hope so. After 50 years, I should gather a few of them.
Behringer blew you up.
Well, I never got to get my original my small jellyfish because of that stupid little error that keeps coming up. And when I asked them about it, they said, "Oh, you've done all the missions, and I bought all the parts from the event store, but I'm still missing 25, so I don't get them from the missions." And that was one of the ships I wanted to keep.
Ooh, Nikki says how to get the Enterprise. Get to level 34. If you're free to play, only takes you about a year. If you pay to play, you can get it as soon as you want it. So, Behringer says we're good. He just had to clear his 10-minute timer. Next time, if he would just message me, I'll give him a Rialta or something. You don't have to kill my poor miner. Here. We'll do this one. Ooh, Alpha with the $1 super chat. Appreciate it. I am now one step out of 300,000 closer to getting a house. Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciated.
You should be able to step in his front door with that $1.
Nikki, just enjoy the game. Nikki, if you ever need any help, check out my Discord channel. Check out this YouTube channel. Check out my Flexing Muscles on Twitch. We're here to help you out. We are here to help you out. Arian particularly loves my flexy muscles.
Hey, Rev, how's your nipple?
Fine, believe it or not. Actually not hurting, which is surprising considering what it went through.
Very surprising.
Yeah. That night was worth it, though.
Yep.
Officially worth it. I'm waiting for Arian to sell all she owns and give me all of her money, but, you know, it's...
Since Canadians really giving, eh?
Yep.
Oh, shields down.
Shields down.
Somebody crack it. Crack the base, somebody.
Is there any rumor of a new ship coming out?
There's tons of rumors.
Is a big rumor the USS Constellation?
That would be a rumor.
Mm-hmm.
Rumor mill.
Gossip.
Let's tell it to 100 people, and then we'll see what it changes to after the 100th person.
Oh, yo, I just got 2,000 titanium by rating with a fortunate. Hell yeah.
You moron.
Michael says, are the G4 survey ships worth it? Short answer, no. Long answer, also
nah.
No.
Ooh,
dang it, Godfather.
Godfather.
All right, back into it. I'm on level 12. What's the best to do? So this game is a little long for me to give you an exact layout. I would say you can get to level 14, do the missions, focus on grinding. I do have a video out on my channel about what to do camping at level 14. So check that one out. It has a lot of helpful information in it. And just make sure you don't watch the channel by anybody named, Fortis, Sync,
Rebdeus,
Amergan, No One Shall, DJ. Don't watch any of those people. Yeah. They put Spock on Enterprises, so just don't.
I've always put Spock on the Enterprise as captain.
Oh, God. There's so much pew-pew going on right now. I'm almost up to 400 million. Trit, though. 400 million. Is Chekhov coming into the game? Which checkoff? How does my combat
Kelvin
research tree
Chekhov,
look?
TOS.
My
Chekhov.
combat tree research looks maxed because I be putting in that work. I will say, remember when we got a free Prime a month ago? No one?
What about it?
I'm currently working on pushing to the wonderful people at the dev team. There's a certain Prime I'm trying to get them to give away for free of the next arc.
Interesting.
They are open to the idea, which I was excited about. So.
Okay, you left me hanging there. Which you got to tell me which one is it now? It can't be Prime Officers because I already got it.
Oh man, it could be a lot of things.
Platinum refining.
I will say, if you want a hint to which one it is, we were just talking about something beforehand that is related to it.
And then my dog started barking at me, so I had to
Well, if it makes you feel any better, this happened at about the 53-minute mark. So when this posts, you can go back and watch it again.
I will do.
Everybody wants Deep Space Nine. I want Deep Space Nine as well. One of the best Star Trek ever. Maybe the best.
I would like to be able to mod our bases so that they could look differently. An actual DS9 mod for the base would be awesome.
Terok Nor? What?
Yes, Terok Nor, exactly.
Impact Nor. It'll be on its side. Don't you love back when they were doing Star Trek? Like, how can we make this one look different than DS9? Turn it on its side.
Is that the one that was abandoned?
Yeah, it's the one they abandoned.
Yeah.
It literally was DS9 flipped on its side.
Have fun with those questions, Rev.
Yeah. Charles says, I just watched it for the first time over last month. Star Trek Enterprise is actually pretty good. It does get a bad rap. It's not as bad as people like to say it is.
If you get rid of the middle two seasons, it's a great show.
I enjoyed all of it.
Exercise your ISS jelly.
What happened, Chow Chow?
Why not? Why not exercise your ISS jelly?
Because it's expensive to repair. And we're focused on getting money, not losing it. It costs 1.2 million trit to repair.
Yeah, I saw you. 12 hours to repair after your ISS jelly gets destroyed.
Cameron says add liquid space with those evil aliens. There you go.
You mean fluidic space?
Nope, liquid space.
Moist space? What?
Moist. Damp space. It's very damp. It's like black mold everywhere. It's just damp space.
Like Rev's room right now.
That's damp disgusting. Space. Thankfully, my office didn't get any water and snow and winter damage. I was really worried about that, man. I was really worried.
I bet if you lost your rig, you would have been not a happy camper.
I do have a backup rig, but it's not near as good. You've heard of dark space, but have you ever been to moist space?
Come on.
Wait. What the?
Evil Chunkery Monkey says, is no one shall a Carcassonne sympathizer?
What the heck is that?
Please educate this uncircumcised Philistine what that is.
A Cardassian. I love Cardassians.
Oh, Cardassian. Yeah, I actually think the Cardassians are the best villains in Star Trek ever.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically Gul Dukat, but all of them. It's fantastic. Now, on the flip side, the Klingons are the best race in Star Trek, followed by the Ferengi, then maybe the Romulans, and then the Federation.
No.
How about the Trill?
No, you got to go for the Betazoids.
But we don't even ever really see the Betazoids. They're just kind of like there, sort of.
Yeah, but Waxana, come on. I mean, who wouldn't want a mother-in-law just like her?
Wow, you're being very facetious right now. Love Goat says the Dominion. While I love the Dominion, It was the Cardassians that were the real evil that you fell in love with. Now, the founders weren't even evil. The founders have just, thousands of years of oppression by solids, so they just hate them. But they weren't really there to be evil. They just were, they saw themselves as preemptively striking to protect themselves. The Cardassians were evil.
Super evil.
And the Borg, I used to think the Borg were the greatest thing ever, and then Star Trek Voyager happened, and the Borg became these like flaccid gooey ducks, and I'm not scared of them anymore. A gooey duck is a real thing, by the way. You can Google it later.
Ew.
I'm over 400 million tritanium. It only took us an hour, but so I'm averaging about 100 million an hour right now with like the halfway rating that we're doing and the constant lag. So that means it would.
The ship's still stuck on the base.
Yeah, there's tons of ships stuck on the base. So I don't think I'm going to get to 1 billion because I'm not staying up for 5 more hours, but.
Do it. It's worth it.
Do it. Do it. Do it now. Lick it good. Drain that trip just like you should. Right now.
Cha Cha is trying to say something.
Cha Cha now, y'all.
I dare you go use a survey ship and then kill him so you get more resources.
Nikki, you don't really be in the Federation in this game. You can side with them. All you gotta do is really start killing Klingons or Romulans, and you'll start building up a positive reputation with them. And there is a mission at level 20 where you pick a side, but ultimately it doesn't, like, you're not locked into being a Federation player. So you're always an independent. You're just like friendly with the Federation.
And they loan you their ships.
You think the Federation will be letting us drain bases like this, man? The Federation would be like, hey, he could be in the hospital.
What does the station look like this? I mean, it's quite funny. All station does not look like this, man.
The station models are built after the stations in the Kelvin timeline for the Star Trek movies. That's why the stations look like that.
I was thinking, how come this station looks so funny? I see all the stations is just one big hub and all the dry docks sticking out.
Michael says, how many resources have you rated, and have you noticed the resource raid list doesn't track properly? It does track properly. It just doesn't track how you think it does. I have almost, I think, 3 billion resources rated points. You have to understand that it's not a 1-to-1 conversion. So 1 parsteel does not equal 1 resources rated. Parsteel is about 0.4. Dilithium is the only one that's a 1-to-1 ratio. So it does track correctly. It's just not everything has equal value, which makes sense. Dilithium is worth more than parsteel by a lot. Yeah, you need a crap ton of parsteel to level up, but you also need 200 million dilithium to do a single research. Janeway did not approve of the Equinox with Ransom. Janeway only cares if there's coffee.
And Neelix's coffee at that. She did start to like that.
She murdered Tuvix.
Yes.
Murderer.
She wanted her coffee.
Murderer. Who's sending me messages
and I
during
could
this
agree
raid?
with that too.
I'm not a big coffee fan, honestly.
You know, I love coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
Anything with caffeine in it. See, there's too much blood in my caffeine system.
Man, I've got a pizza sitting right here that is screaming my name.
And you don't want to eat on stream?
Yeah, it's really rude to just be chomping down on some pizza at everybody, so.
You should just make everybody hungry. You should have a Pizza Hut franchise. You should have a Pizza Hut discount code.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be considerate because, I want people to help buy a house. And if they donate $5 right now to help the Buy a House Fund, they will get an exclusive invite to my backyard. It's a very nice backyard, hopefully, whatever the house I get is.
What you should do is turn around and say, you'll stay on for another hour with this raid if people donate to a certain amount.
Oh, God. People would be donated to the point of making me do a 24-hour stream, and I'm honestly scared of that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really scared of that.
Yeah, come on.
Yes.
We'll set it at $100 an hour right now. $100 an hour, he stays on for another hour. And then another $100, he stays on for 2 hours, and then so forth.
You really think people would pay $2,400 for that? I mean, you know what? We'll schedule a weekend where we try it. And I will literally say, first hour, free. Every hour after, $100. Y'all got to find a way to raise it. We'll try it. And I'll answer every question you got. We'll stream random games. I'll play beer pong with myself. But y'all are going to have to find a way to make 24 hours happen, because I've never streamed more than like 4 hours in my life. I don't even know what I would do. Like hour 17, I would just be like, well, here's me dying on stream. And yeah, so
it sounds fantastic.
It sounds, I'll be honest, I will do anything y'all want me to do because I want to entertain y'all. But like for me, if I knew a streamer was going to stream for 24 hours, I just feel like hour 18 would be the most boring thing ever. I would have to like build like a schedule or something. Like, hey, hour 18, I'm doing this to make sure that they're having fun. Jeff, thank you for signing up to be a cadet supporting the channel. I don't have any of my notifications turned on because this stream was impromptu, but thank you so much for supporting. Everybody right now who's watching the stream, invite your friends, your family, your alliance, your mother, and specifically go wake up your wife, kick her in the shin, and tell her to watch this with you. This is family bonding time. So get her in here. Walter says, if you have a pizza that's talking to you, it probably needs to be cooked more. Okay. Yep. Sure. Never had that problem personally. Is that something that you've had to deal with quite a bit in your life?
Well, that depends on how much acid you take.
Yeah, exactly. Like the pizza's usually not the one talking. It's the peripherals. It's that paraphernalia. Zarudi says, how long has this been going on? 2.5 days, and there's 40 billion left. So, Do Work says, my wife didn't like me kicking her. Well, it just means that she doesn't support you enough. Wow, there's this thing's getting flagged. Just FYI for all those listening, I do not actually support any type of spousal abuse. It's a joke. I'm literally just doing No One Shall's channel right now. It's okay.
You've gained about 100 million tritanium since I started watching.
Yeah, we're up to 421.8. It's going pretty well so far. Robert Kazala, thank you for being an instant. Thank you for supporting the channel. You are amazing. I might make out with you if you're down. So thank you for supporting. Greatly appreciated. You're awesome. And it means a lot that you would do that for me. If anybody else wants to help out, I will drop the link. You're not required to help out, but you are required to listen to every content creator ask for money. It's actually part of watching content creation streams. If they're not asking for money, they're not any good. So you have to be really weird to like my quirky sense of humor. Y'all know that, right?
That's why we all like you.
It's like, this dude's stupid, but I like him. Say more jokes, funny man. Okay. Let's see. We got a question here. It's from Bill Clinton. How do I know what server I'm on? Easiest way is to ask in your global chat. But if you're on your phone, then you want to put your phone in like airplane mode. It'll cause an error, and at the bottom of your screen, it'll tell you what server you're on.
And the fade grade writing.
Nikki says, tell me some tips of what to do when you're on level 12. Nikki, literally just go check out my video about camping at level 14. And that tells you a ton of things to go ahead and get started with. So Michael says, just eat your pizza already, turn off your camera, mute your mic, and talk once in a while. Let the rest of the people talk. Something tells me we would go from 200 viewers to like 70 if I did that. Just a thought. Like, people don't enjoy not seeing the streamer they're watching. For some reason, they want to see stupid gingers. Like,
they didn't log in to listen to me.
See, Robert says he wants a camera chomp.
Everybody put number 1 in the chat if you want him to eat his pizza. Number 2 if you don't.
If y'all want me to eat pizza, I'll have to get naked. So. Nian says pizza ASMR. There you go. You're the best around. No one's ever gonna get you down. Minotti says wear diapers. For the right amount of money, I will do anything embarrassing on stream. Y'all don't know me if you don't think I won't wear diapers. For the money, I'll do it. Y'all think I'm kidding. I'll just grab some of Dark Raven's diapers, borrow some, and we'll do it.
Got plenty for you.
There you go. There you go. Cameron says, did you just hit puberty again with that singing? Yeah, I actually hit puberty every 3 hours, which is really confusing for my body. You know, I go from like just wanting to play with Legos to having an insatiable lust for everything with 2 legs. It's really disturbing, you know. So it's my vice. It's what I have to carry, my cross to bear, and I thank you for attending my TED Talk. Y'all are only making me get weirder as the night goes on. So if y'all could calm down, that'd be greatly appreciated. Like, I'm just saying the dumbest stuff now. Can we give a shout out real quick?
Especially if you were doing that 24-hour stream.
I do want to give a quick shout out right now to a man named Travis. Travis has donated to the PayPal to help support the Get a House Fund. Thank you so much for that $5. It might not sound like a lot, but you literally just paid for a brick in my future house if it's made of brick. So thank you so much.
Woo, Travis!
Woohoo! Hand claps! I really should have had all my notifications ready. I was just too excited about the fact that we're rating a level 50. So I didn't set up anything. I was like, we're going live now! Party time! Excellent! Woo, woo, woo! Anybody know that reference?
Is that
Wayne's World? Come on.
Yeah, Wayne's World!
Yeah.
Arian's like, we didn't have that in Canada.
No, we totally did.
Black Sea says, are you planning on doing any interviews like you used to? I am open for it. I don't have anything specifically planned. I've actually asked a couple people to do interviews, and they didn't really seem interested. I do like interviews, though. Lloyd says, eat the pizza. Gosh, y'all just weird. Here, we'll eat some pizza. Jeez.
Yeah, we can't have the Reverend falling out on us during the sermon.
Unless it's with the Holy Ghost. There. You happy? You filthy animals.
Home Alone.
I'm just going to start throwing random obscure references in there.
Yeah, but what was
You're living alone.
Go in your home. Don't you just want to go in your home? Robert says maybe interview the devs on upcoming stuff. Okay, here's the thing. The devs have never, ever done an interview with a content creator. Now, that is because Scopely's legal team is scared that the content creators would get answers from the dev team. Actually, I can stop the sentence there. That's why. They don't want answers from the dev team. But I'm more looking at interviewing players. Like, take Arian, for example. She's interviewable.
Hello, my name is Arian.
Yeah, she's from Canada. She likes hockey.
Interviewable. I like that.
Yeah, she likes hockey. She can tell us about server whatever and whatever.
30.
Yeah, yes. That one.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I mean, I'm down for that. It's just finding people who here's the thing. You have to find people who are very good interviews. Like the worst thing you could do is find this monotone person and you ask them, so what's your favorite thing about Star Trek Fleet Command? Well, I like, so, well, when I was level 24, yeah, it was really cool going on my first raid and events are great. So you don't need people like that who just like don't know how to, put together sentences. So I've talked to people
Donald
before.
Trumps, please no Donald Trumps.
Yeah, I've talked to people before who wanted to do that. I'm like, sir, I'm not going to let you ramble for 2 hours and say nothing. Like you actually have to come with concise points, intelligent thought, have a dialogue. And I love that. I think that's awesome. One thing I do that y'all might not know is I'm big on podcasts. Like I have 2 sports podcasts, one of them being pretty successful, one of them being just kind of for fun. I would love to set up a nerd podcast. I just haven't gotten that done yet. So I love that style of show. It's just really tough to create and find that content.
You could walk through my computer room and have all the content you need.
That's scary. Sausage
including
pizza.
Some content for my future psychiatric evaluation.
Interesting. Tell us more.
See how nerdy you really are. Let's see how nerdy you really are. If there was a position that you could get to, all right, where a company was going to send a ship into outer space, and you wouldn't even know when it was coming back, would you sign up for it?
Instantly.
I would.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, leave this. let Donald Trump have it.
One of my friends, who let's just say he's a hacker, he said, "How did you catch level 50 offline?" Well, the answer is, we don't know. It just happened. So cracked him, and now we drain him.
I know how you did it.
How?
You sent him a pizza with sleeping tablets put into it.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
God, Bill Cosby.
Oh.
Michael says interview Server 37's Invisible Truth. I do plan on attending Server 37's next town hall meeting. We'll see how that goes. Maybe we can do that, Michael. Maybe we can do that. Cameron says, don't make jokes like that while I'm drinking. I have to clean up now. Well, the cleanup afterwards is always the awkward part anyway. So I usually just have a t-shirt or a towel nearby. So
never at your house.
That's one of those jokes where the kids miss in the TV show and the adults are like, I've been, funny enough, like they put iCarly on Netflix. So I've been looking at it, and iCarly came out when I was, at the beginning of high school. So I've been watching it because it's like, oh, nostalgia. And watching it now as an adult, I'm sitting here going, holy crap. There are so many sexual references in this show for a preteen TV show. I don't know how it made it on air. Like it's insane. And you start noticing that stuff the older you get. It's all over the place, man. Like Disney movies and stuff and Pixar. It's like all the directors and stuff are trying to find ways like, how can we sneak it in and make it a borderline Disney movie / rev-deuce video? It's insane.
I love watching kids' movies as an adult now and catching all those little innuendos that you never thought of when you were a kid. It's pretty funny.
Innuendo. That will forever be one of my favorite dad jokes. Innuendo. I completely forgot I've got to do my ticket event today too. I said they've been focused on this stupid raid.
Actually, I got a question about that. When I woke up this morning, all right, One of them, and I just woken up. So this is before they even. I mean, this was way after they came out, right? They restarted for the day. One of them had already been filled. One of them had already been collected. Actually, like clicked onto with the tickets.
So what's the question?
How did that happen?
A glitch in the Matrix.
Not use it.
Who clicked on it?
A glitch in the
You
Matrix.
didn't-
It's the same idea of your shield's going down because the game thought you clicked something. But if you look, you shouldn't have lost any tickets for it, though.
No, I didn't. I didn't lose any tickets for it. That's what I mean. It's like it was there, and it was like, oh.
Yeah, it's a common glitch that's happening to people where they get free events turned in and free ticket events. Just accept them, don't tell anybody, and enjoy.
Shh. Don't say anything.
Yeah. Justin says you're not old until they play the music you love as a teen over the speakers at Walmart. I'll tell you a way that I know I'm starting to get old. When you say 20 years ago, I think like 1990, 1985. That wasn't 20 years ago. So that's like my little bit of I'm getting old.
People that were born in 2000 are legally able to drink in the States now.
You really know when you're getting old when somebody says, "You remember when it was? You remember 40 years ago?"
Well, I'm just saying that like I could legally be with somebody who was born in 2000 right now, and that feels really weird to say. Like in my head, I'm talking about like someone who's not even in double digits yet, but in reality, they're like 21 and they're making more money than I am. So that's just life. Robert says pirates suck at math, and we do it proudly. Because when you're a professional pirate, you're allowed to suck at math. Movie. By the way, it was a movie reference. Nobody caught it.
Yeah, I caught it.
You didn't say what it was.
Muppet Treasure Island.
One of Tim Curry's finest works.
Oh, yes.
Cameron throwing shade. He says, more money? That's not a hard target, is it? Okay, one, that's insulting, and two, you're not wrong. So, look, I've said for a long time, my goal is to make 1% a month what Star Trek Fleet Command does. I've yet to reach that goal. But that is my goal.
Yeah, but that's probably like $1 million.
Robert says at least you drink Coke on stream and not a pitcher of grog. I've actually done that. I've drunk a pitcher of grog on stream before. I have had full-on mead in a horn drunk in my mouth and was getting bits of horn in my esophagus. It was a thing. I just insta-repaired. Screw my life.
Now, here's how I know I'm old. I was 12 years old watching The Wrath of Khan in the theaters when it first released.
Holy crap. That's before IMAX existed.
It was the year before IMAX came out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's the year where movies came out in definition. Like, that's it. There was no adjective to it. They just came out in definition.
3D was a new thing.
Yeah, 3D was those red and blue glasses.
Oh, God.
Yeah, exactly.
Jurassic Park. That was like the first main one that used it.
Nope, Jaws.
Cameron says you make more than me if it makes you feel better. So you just said that you're jobless. So no, I don't feel better because believe it or not, this pirate has, and my wife will argue that I don't, but I have a little bit of empathy. So I hope that you find a job. I hope it's a great paying job. I hope that you get to take advantage of thousands of people making you a millionaire. And then you remember me on this stream, February 22nd, 2021. And you go, I'm going to send that man $5 because that's the capitalist way.
Maybe even $20.
Yeah. I mean, walk over 1,000 people to become a millionaire and then give that streamer $10. That is the American way.
Hey, quick
to
shout out to
be a
Chewy on server
capitalist.
30.
What was that?
I am the very model of a modern Major General.
I said, shout out to Chewy on server 30. He's listening in.
Screw you, Chewy. Chewy, you don't get any positives. You should come to me directly when you need help with the game, okay, Chewy? I'm calling you out right now. You suck. And if you don't message me, no more help for you.
Ah, that's awesome.
Oh my God.
Nian said, Rev, remember when the mic became a cookie? That was a hilarious night, and I was really gone. That was, on a scale of 1 to 10, I was chocolatey wasted on that night.
That was like 50.
Yeah, I was chocolatey wasted. Another movie reference, by the way.
I don't remember that one. I don't think I saw that one.
That was a good night. Yeah. I still got clips of it, actually.
There's been a few nights I remember.
Cameron says, not
What
true.
service
I
that
love
rate
you.
going
I
on?
will subscribe to a regular monthly payment. Oh, I appreciate it, Cameron. I'm just giving you crap because that's what I do. My personality is I'm going to joke with you so much you either love me or you hate me because I get on your nerves. And there's like little in between. And you'll find that there are people who hate my channel. Like, I could give out the best advice in this game in the world, and I do. And they just refuse. Like, that guy's an idiot. Don't listen to him. And then there's other people who think I'm the funniest freaking thing ever. I have women from 100 servers just throwing their Fendras at me. It's just, it varies.
Fendras.
Devora in your pocket, or are you just happy to see her?
Throwing the Fendras at me. That's a good one. Come on, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Server you on again?
Right now, I'm on server 20.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, I'm on a lot of them, but right now I'm on 20. So, Arian, what you doing up so late? It's like almost 1 a.m. for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I was up till like 4 o'clock last night. I couldn't sleep, and same thing tonight.
Just stayed up all night swiping on Tinder?
Yes.
Did you really?
Swipe right all night. All night.
Wow, that's bad. See, now I know that we need to have an intervention because here's how you know that you've reached a low point in your life. When you go on Tinder and you swipe right everything, you're at a very low point.
I don't know what's left and what's right. I just took a guess.
Yeah, it just when you swipe right, you're literally swiping yes to everybody. Like, hobo with a van with no windows? Hell yeah. Think of all that storage space. So much room for activities.
Oh, it's fantastic.
That was another movie reference, by the way. Shout out to Curtis, who dropped 20 Canadian dollars in the super chat, which equates to $7.13 American. Thank you so much. Says, Meat Lover is my favorite pizza, so I hope you get some of your New Year's house party that I get invited to. For real. Yeah, and you'll get $7 worth of pizza while you're there, too. Thank you so much for helping out. I appreciate it. I will tell y'all this. I'm not really trying to harp on money, but if you are going to donate, please donate through PayPal or Venmo because YouTube takes 30%. They're the exact same as the U.S. government, except they're not the U.S. government. But anyway, just FYI. Appreciate it, Curtis. You're amazing. Didn't know if you know this. Arian's Canadian, so maybe y'all can hook up because that is a very small country.
Yes.
Yes.
I know Curtis from Canada.
Yeah. You know Curtis, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, from Saskatchewan, eh?
That's not cool. Yep.
That was another reference, by the way. Actually,
Yeah,
that was a second reference from the same movie.
That was instant in so many ways.
Yeah, a second reference from the same movie. Ooh, Curtis says he's a newfie. He's a poodle. Isn't a newfie a type of dog?
Newfoundland.
That's a Newfoundlander, yeah. They are big dogs, much bigger than a poodle.
Black Sea, you got it. Grown-ups. We're dropping all the references tonight.
Just told my alliance that you're on YouTube and they should come watch you. So
You waited an hour and a half to tell them?
no,
I've literally reached pizza eating stage.
you
I'm
wait
not
till
even,
you
I'm
do
not even
that
giving any
24
good
hour.
information anymore.
You wait till you do that 24 hour. That 24 hour. I will order you pizza. So you're gonna order you pizza and beer.
Echoes, yes, you can join End on server 43. You can join End. I give you permission. Unless you're a bad person. And then I don't give you permission.
Bad person, you get ordered to join in.
Yeah, Cameron with a great dad joke says, the other day it was raining cats and dogs. I almost stepped in a poodle. That was a good one, though. For real. That was a good one.
Where do you end up if you have an accident playing peekaboo?
Where?
I see you.
Ooh.
But
Now, y'all, okay, so one thing I like to do is I set up my jokes. So I'm setting a joke up. 2020 was really terrible. But in 2021, obviously they're looking to, open up movie theaters and everything, right? Bring those back. And I've missed that experience. I don't know about y'all. But good news is they're remaking, they're making new movies and stuff. And they're making a movie about clocks. And I think it's about time.
No.
It took some of y'all a second.
Wah, wah, wah,
Because I was waiting for more, then I realized that was it.
That's what she said. Well, I mean, I get you. What an Arian. When's the last time you bought a book?
No idea.
A week ago.
Yeah, it's not a lot of people buy books anymore, so I get it. It's a thing. And I did because I wanted something in my hand like that I could learn from. I feel like I pay more attention when there's a written book. You know what I mean? Like there's one right in front of me. So I went and bought this limited edition Thesaurus that I had actually wanted since I was a kid, like back when Thesauruses were still a thing. But when I opened it, all the pages were blank. And I'm just sitting here going like, I have no words to describe how angry I am right now.
He's here all night.
I'll be here all night, everybody. That's a 50-cent donation worthy joke if you ever heard one. Y'all go ahead and sit.
Oh, that was good. I liked that a lot.
I got no words to describe how angry I am. Oh, I love a good dad joke. Mercia says, that was good, Rev, but give it a wrist.
I feel like you struggled to say thesaurus properly there.
A thesaurus?
Yes.
I like thesauruses. Why are you being mean to me?
Because I love you.
You know I got an each pediment.
Yes. Yep.
The Thorith is that the Thorith. It's the book about
down, Bobby.
dinosaurs. The Thorith. She showed me her boobies and I like them.
What happened?
That was an easy one.
Yeah, that was an easy one.
What movie was that?
But my mama said, but my mama said.
No, you're wrong, Colonel Sanders.
Hey, water boy. Water sucks. Gatorade is better.
Oh, is that Waterboy?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm horrible for picking out movie quotes and remembering them and trivia. That stuff's not my thing.
Well, then you're on the wrong channel.
Yeah, but I come here anyway.
You know,
That's what she's.
it's okay because, you have to learn somewhere. I mean, it was the invention of the wheel that got things rolling. So we're just here. Have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If you did Top Gun quotes or Star Wars quotes, those I might pick up.
There's a new Mortal Kombat movie coming out.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh wow, man! I remember, talk about age before. Man, I remember when those first came out.
I remember skipping school and going down to the little coffee
The
place
arcade.
with my friends. Yeah, had a few games there. Played a lot of Mortal Kombat.
Yep, back in the day when arcades were a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they have those now. We have a barcade. We don't have like arcades. We have a barcade. It's basically, hey, come in, spend $10 on this beer, and then go play games.
Yes, we have one here too.
Cameron says Deuce is ornery because of his medulla oblongata.
Yep, that's a Waterboy reference. That one.
That's one of the greatest movies of all time. It just is.
Oh yeah, yeah. Adam Sandler just made that. He was perfect for it. Your water sucks. It really, really sucks. Your water sucks. It really, really sucks.
Well, my dailies are almost done.
Gatorade, H2O.
Almost today was the Mining Monday.
Oh yeah, it is Mining Monday.
Did you mine today, Rev?
No. I gotta find out why from the back's killing me.
What? Rev mining?
He does it once in a while.
I do every now and then. Justin, not only was I in school when Mortal Kombat came out, I was pretty young when Mortal Kombat came out. Like, very young, actually. Do have to find out why from the back is shooting me randomly.
It was Jackbox Saturday night.
We did Jackbox the other night, didn't we?
Yeah, Saturday night. I wasn't there for that one. How was it?
It was fun. Yeah, I thought we had a good time.
Good.
I am 28 million. 28 million from 500 million. It's happening, boys and girls. We're getting to 500 million. Yeah, Arthur, I see from the back. And the thing is, I'll smack from the back. I just don't want to because I was invited here. So hopefully he gets the message and leaves me alone. I don't want to be fighting from the back.
See, this would be a really cool time to have a server transfer token and be able to flip back to my own tomorrow.
Don't you get it free from Skull? What a moron.
Yeah, that's been his thing for like forever. From the back's weird. He's one of those people that like one day he's cool with you and he thinks you're fine, and then the next day he hates your guts. It's always been like that with him. It's just weird. Yes, Justin, I agree. Banners are bad. Banners are the worst thing ever. I hate banners.
Yes.
Where all those weird little useless messages can go to. They just don't use it.
Yeah, I told him that bear said I was fine, and he backed down. The thing with from the back though is like, I could smack him. I mean, I don't know why he wants to hit me. He's got people to focus on. They're at war with feds. There's tons of targets. Why pick on the random dude from the rank 11 alliance? He's just a different dude. I don't know. That's the only way I can put it. I just want to get to 500. I don't know if I've ever sat on 500 rated trit. That's so much tritanium.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And the thing that I've rated it all today, like just in one raid, it still blows my mind. Come on, hit the base, stupid. People running with botany base getting in my way. How much did the guy have in billions? He originally had about 105. He's still got 40 billion trit left. So this entire time we've been raiding, he's gone down 2 billion since we started the stream an hour and 40 minutes ago. Cameron, with the worst dad joke I've ever heard, said he tried to blow up a bus once, but he burnt his lips on the exhaust. Yeah, that was a bad one. Robert, yeah, we're definitely tickling a whale right now. Tickling him right in his medulla oblongata.
Yeah, Freddie asked if you like to enjoy your raid like this in a group or solo.
Solo. I hate group raiding. But there's no way you can pull this raid off solo. It's just not happening.
No.
You hide 100 billion from the server. Good luck. If you can pull it off. Yeah, it's Michael says everyone hates banners, including me, and I've complained to Scopely. Why do they persist on keeping them? Why not make it a user option that we can turn off? I answered this in the video, about 2 weeks ago when we had the devs answer questions. And they said that they too hate the banners and that they are working on ways to change that. But they said it's not as simple to fix as you would think. That was their response. Didn't go into details of why or what, but that they are working on making banners less annoying. So.
Hey, Rev, I'm fairly new to your page here, and I'm just wondering if you've heard anything about any possible Borg events coming up.
Sure are a lot of hints for them, aren't they?
Well, I mean, they've been offering packs now for the last 3-4 months, nonstop.
Yeah, I mean, I've known and I've been saying for a while, we're getting the Borg back in 2021, and it's going to be a little bit different than how we saw it last year. It has been exactly 1 year since the Borg arc wrapped up the first time, so you should be seeing Borg very, very soon, but I don't have exact dates on that. And of course, it's Scopely, so they could change their mind in literally the next 3 hours, but you will be seeing the Borg soon.
Any hints towards them putting it into the TNG arc?
That would make a lot of sense now, wouldn't it?
Well, you'd think so with Locutus. I mean, that's what I was, we in 38 have been discussing that a little bit, and that seems to be the consensus that they'll do something for the TNG and then again for Voyager later on.
Very logical that that's the route they go. It's just the main question is, does anything get in their way of doing that? There's been a lot of things that they've wanted to do that have gotten pushed back. There's been things that got pushed back that weren't even in their control. So you also got to remember that any actors that they want to use, you can't just get permission from not Viacom, but Paramount. You got to get permission from the actors for certain things too. So actors that may be dead, maybe their estate is slow to respond or doesn't get back to you, or actors that are alive who are notoriously buttholes take a while to get back to you. It's a lot that goes on in that process. And sometimes they get held back and it's not even them being incompetent. And God forbid, I give them praise. How dare I say they're not 100% incompetent, but for them to have the Borg thing come in with like Locutus, you'd have to make sure you get that verified months in advance and working with Patrick Stewart's people, and then who's going to be your other characters. So it's a whole thing they have to do, and when that doesn't fall into the timeline that it's supposed to, they have to then scramble and do something else. So I think their goal is to do a lot of what you're saying. The question is, everything outside, does that allow them to get it done?
That makes perfect sense. Thanks for the answer, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. That's why you sent me $1,000. Hint, hint.
Woo-hoo.
He's like, wait, what?
Oh, he said he was pretty new. It's only $100 for him.
Oh yeah. It's $100 for the new people, $1,000 for people who've been around for a while. David says, is there any way to see how long a specific server has been open? No, just ask us. Most of us know when servers launched and about when. Generally, the game launches new servers every quarter, and typically at the end of a quarter. So like the most recent servers were launched in December of 2020. And while that does vary here, there, everywhere, that's the general launch path. So like my server, the one that you see me rating this level 50 on, it launched November 2018. And holy crap, that was a long time ago. That's a really long time ago, y'all. Nian, thanks for stopping by. Hope you help your parents cook, and please don't kill them. That's some good pizza. The colder it gets, the better it tastes.
No. What's on it?
Meat.
No veggies?
Veggies. Well, the bread's made of wheat.
He eats veggies.
The bread's made of wheat. Chive says, do you think they'll ever allow server transfers? Server transfers are already in the game for those level 12 and under, and that is the extent of server transfers. And probably the extent of the future of server transfers.
I actually sent that question to the support staff once, and their response was they're actually working on allowing server transfers for players over level 12. Now, how much of that was BS and a cookie cutter response, I don't know, but that's what they told me.
So the problem you run into that is, let's say, who's a newer server that we have sitting in the chat right now? Do we have anybody new? I'll just pick one. Let's just say server 57. It's a pretty new server. It's only a few months old. I wanted to move over to server 57. I would instantly be better than everyone on that server. Like, not even close. Even their biggest whale would struggle to fight me. And their biggest whale has spent, 30 grand. So if you allow server transfers, you instantly create the opportunity for massive imbalance, and to the point where you're running off players. So I don't know how they could really do that. That's the reason they gated it so low, so that a person transferring couldn't influence the server they're going to. And that's really tricky because you've got level 50. Like my server has 8 level 50s. If they all up in the side and say, hey, we're going to go wreck shop on server 43, all that's going to do is tick off the populace. And then, like Robert says, pay to transfer. And while I think that's fine, how much are you charging to transfer? Because whales, a lot of these whales, especially the 50s, are spending thousands in a week. I mean, you charging them $10 to go transfer doesn't mean anything. They're just going to, pot up and go crazy. So, I mean, I understand the hesitation to allowing everybody to do it. At the same time, I think that Scopely should be more open to allowing things like spouses who've been playing the game for 2 years but haven't been able to play on the same server because that wasn't a feature when they started. You know what I mean? I think that should be something that they look into on an individual basis. I don't know how big I am on just allowing transfers, even from a money options. Well, I didn't mean to kill the chat, y'all. Gosh.
I was just listening.
We all want to move.
I mean, where y'all want to go?
Yeah, I was just listening. That was a damn good answer.
It's like, where do y'all want to go, though? Like, where are we going?
We're all going to the same server, and we're all going to join that. We're all going to join the Rev Deuce Alliance.
Think about this, though. Think if we all went to the same server. Y'all complain about lag now. The servers that we play on are not capable of handling like 2,000 or 3,000 people online at one time. They freak out. So if we all went to one server, we would just kill the game. The game dies. Curtis, I have not gotten my con profile pick yet. I actually haven't mined decoded data in like 3 weeks just because of all this other stuff we've had going on. So I'm still short. I'm not there yet.
I just locked out my augment today at
Nice.
Ally. Milestone.
Do. Robert says, give us some information about upcoming content. Robert, do you even deserve it? Do you even deserve that? David, there are no Ops 50s on Server 43. Server 43 is still locked, so you can't get above level 39. Never mind, they took that away. You can on 43 now. I was about 2 months ago. But there's not a 50 on there yet. I'm sorry, I lied. Server 43 did open up to allow the biggins.
The big guns.
Yep. Where's your friend, Arian?
Which friend?
The one that's watching.
Chewy?
Yeah.
He's gone to bed.
Old man.
Yeah. He went to bed.
Old rich man.
Oh no, that's a different guy. He tuned in for the first time tonight when I posted for this
nice
stream, yeah. And he PM'd me in game. He was like, "Hey, is that you talking? That's so cool." And then when you chirped him, he messaged me. He was like, "That was the greatest thing ever. I'm saving this forever."
Echo says, "Can my mom join in?" I don't know. Is your mom hot? Just saying. If the answer is yes, yeah, send her to me. We'll talk. Freddie says, I'm happy to be level 34. I'm 15 blueprints away from an auger, and I already have a D4 in Enterprise. Congratulations, Freddie. It is pretty cool to have all four. I will say my D4 has been kind of neglected, which is sad because it's a great PvP ship. But, yeah, fantastic. By the way, we just eclipsed over 500 million tritanium, by the way, while we've been sitting here. This is pretty awesome. Brett says, I know you have done so many videos on crew loadouts, but is there a downloadable spreadsheet for them? Define downloadable spreadsheet. Are you talking about like how crews work and stuff like that? Because yes, we have a complete officer tool for that. If you haven't seen that before, hit me up on Facebook. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Do it. Worth it.
Do it. Do it. Oh, sorry. Wrong channel. Hala said, imagine people coming to row heavy server 37 and destroying it. Yeah, Hala, like I like the server 37 people that I know and everything, but I'll be honest. If my people came to server 37, y'all effed. Sorry. Y'all dead. Y'all got no shot. So it just is what it is. I ain't trying to be mean. It's just a fact. Y'all screwed. Server 20 is like one of the tops of tops. They the tippy top.
Was 37 that one server that you weren't allowed to use Scotty on your miner?
Server 37 is the one that has the like bi-weekly meetings to discuss their extremely lengthy row.
Interesting.
Councils and town halls and all that fun stuff.
Interesting.
They're good people. They're one of the only servers I know of that the Universal Row has worked for them. They're still a relatively large active server, and they do a very strict Universal Row, which is also why I would never play with them. And that's also why my server, which is one of the most PvP heavy servers in the game, if we went there, server 37 would die. Like,
yep.
Pew pew, bang bang. And I ain't trying to be mean. I'm just saying. It's just a fact. Because our servers, like, somebody's in a constant state of war at all times. It's there's always war happening. There's always PvP. You know, we've got people here in this game. Y'all talk about me knowing officers. We've got people in these alliances that know just as much as I do, and in some cases more than I do, especially for high level play. Yeah, they've got this down to a science. It's very rare, unless you're hitting like their sixth ship, to find a whale who doesn't have their crews properly loaded out. But I can go to almost every other server where there's only like 2 whales on the whole server, and they're doing stupid stuff like running in Banga on their Kelvin. That doesn't happen here. Like, people know what they're doing because they war every day, all day. It's crazy.
We've been pretty much, I mean, we had like a month or 2 break here and there, but we've had war with people in the top 10 alliances for the past year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it feels now without it, if you go 3 months without one, it gets kind of stale now.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because, like, our territory, I was in Feds just because I was trying to do some events, and Feds is at war with IA, and like I went to one of their territory captures to watch it. Like, I didn't help Feds, I just watched, and I'm just watching the screen of like Coronars and Pilums and Newtons and Tribunes and Enterprise A's, all these perfectly fitted out ships just killing each other, and I'm sitting here going like, I could do nothing to help with this. what am I supposed to do? So, like, speaking of, here comes Wing Saber in his Pilum because he's level 50 and he's just hitting another level 50's ISS Jelly. I mean, and they, like I said, once again, they all know what they're doing. It's just a different world. And there's a couple of other servers that are this PvP heavy and active. It's just not that many of them. I'll put server 20 against anybody.
Through an 8 versus 1 month long war.
Yeah. We had at one point IA, which is the biggest one, we had the entire server versus them for like 6 months. And what ended up happening is like 4 alliances ceased to exist. Like, gone. Like, not that became remnants and small, literally dissolved. Like, we're done with this. I mean, and now we have, I think, 3 alliances that are all 1 billion power or more. So it's a little bit more balanced now, but it's still crazy numbers. Crazy numbers. Hey, there's Pup. I need to shout out to Pup. I haven't talked to them in a while. Pup Karos is good people. Hey, Pup Karos. Good people. MK says, I blow a Saladin to get a message asking why I attacked them and called a bully. Well, you keep bullying those Saladins, which are like the scourge of the earth, the strongest things in this game. You keep blowing those things up. The things people whine about in this game.
As a hit complaint channel for server 45.
That's going to be the channel that if I join your Discord server, I'm just going to post every couple of days laugh emojis. So,
you don't want to be attacked, go play Farmtown.
Farmtown. It's not even a real game. Just go play Farmtown. Go play C Sports. What? That's not even a thing. I wonder how big From the Back's ISS Jelly is, because mine's still a baby. His is 4.1 million. Yeah. I got to get mine up there. Mine's at like 2.9. So if I get it to tier 4, it'd be around the same. Are there any celebrities who play the game? If there are, I don't know them. Like
Me.
I don't know that they do. Whoops. ISS Jelly, go back home.
Me? I'm a celebrity.
I've got 22,000 YouTube followers. Do I count?
That's celebrity status.
I am very well known in very small circles. I wonder why Behringer doesn't hit wings with a bigger ship. He just keeps putting his jelly out there. I think it's because Bear went full fed, so he's only got Kelvins and Newtons, and that's not going to help against the Pilum. Hit what with my Enterprise? I mean, I could kill from the back with my Enterprise, but I'm not going to. I'm literally raiding their guy's base with their permission. I'm not going to risk that by just being like, hey, my Enterprise is better than your jelly. Nope. I've literally been given almost 500 million tritanium for free. I'm not about to sit here and trash talk, complain, BS, slander, lander, loiter, none of that. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to be doing and then shut up. That's my job. That's what I'm going to do.
Someone's still using a Botany Bay.
Yeah, I saw that too.
In a way, that does make sense because with everything that's being flying around, all the shooting that's going on, if you get hit, if your ship gets hit in the crossfire, that Botany Bay is going to be really cheap to repair.
Pew pew pew.
Botany Bay would be cheap to repair, but you know, it'd be even cheaper to repair. A ship with Borg Kirk as the captain.
Borg.
Yeah.
See, that's one research they should do. They should have where you can infuse any of your characters with Borg nanoprobes.
That'd be really cool to make your own Borg. Mim Karen says no. Well, if you say no, that just guarantees Scopely's going to do it. So look out, Borg Kirk's coming. Look out.
Going into the interview for this. Well, yeah, we don't think you'll be really good in engineering, but if you come over here, we got some new tech here. Come on over here. We want you to join the party here.
You've heard of Locutus, but what if we didn't go with one of the greatest crossover anti-heroes of all time, and we made Kirk a Borg? What if?
I watched an interview with Patrick Stewart, and he said that in his time with the Next Generation, that the time playing Locutus and the moment after was his primary was his most favorite part, because he could really get down and do the acting that he loved to do, because he does a lot of theater too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I'll say this,
and
I'll counter. What's better than the Next Generation?
Deep Space Nine.
The first generation, Borg Kirk.
How about a Borg Cisco?
Cisco, that would be awesome.
Yeah. The Borg nanoprobes and the Borg power with his prophet abilities.
Borg Quark.
No, Quark's already a Klingon. You can't make him a Borg too.
Quark's a
Ferengi.
No, he's a Klingon.
He was a Klingon too, yeah.
Oh,
Y'all don't watch your Star Trek if you're trying to correct me right now.
He was also a human too, as well. Remember?
Trying to correct me on Star Trek. Who do y'all think y'all are talking to? Think I'm Panic? I think Panic has watched 6 episodes of Star Trek and 1/3 of a movie. And he can't even tell you which movie it was. It's just he watched 1/3 of a Star Trek movie.
One with the ship that got blown up.
Yeah, there you go. No lie, Panic is a cool dude, but he is not a Trekkie at all. Now, there are some people who work for Scopely who are huge Trekkies. Panic is not one of them. Charles says, see, in a DS9 movie or something, Sisko would have serious beef with the Borg. That would be an interesting story. I agree. And I really would like to see that too. But I also know that Sisko is the type of guy who would have never made it to Admiral. Did Behringer... Oh, Behringer hit me with that daggum jelly. That's a big jelly.
Yeah, because he embraced the Prophet, and the Admiral, the Starfleet didn't want him to do that in the first place.
Well, that, and he also, we never got to see Starfleet finds out that he, basically commits genocide against the Maquis. Starfleet would have been like, no. Starfleet ever finds out that he brought the Romulans into the war by killing a senator? Yeah. It's that's not what we do here. But I do love the depth of his character, and I love that he did that.
He actually had a good time playing that, too.
Robert says Sisko and Picard had beef in episode 1. I wouldn't say that Sisko and Picard had beef in episode 1. They were just trying to build Sisko's character as being resentful because of Locutus and him wanting to drop out, but he had just lost his wife. But I think that was just a plot device to try to build up why Sisko wanted to leave Starfleet, which helped transition into the Prophets giving him a reason to stay. I don't think it was a legitimate beef, though. It was just hey, I saw your face when my wife died. I hate you.
Deep down that it wasn't actually Picard.
I mean, everybody thinks or feels a certain way when they're angry, but I think they would have been just best friends.
If you remember from the movie First Contact, that they didn't make him a drug. He retained his individuality.
Yeah, he was like Hugh. But not like Icheb. We don't mention him. Hugh have I loved, Icheb have I hated. Love Goat says Q is too strong to be in the game. Probably, but at the same time, I think it would be best to bring Q into the game for no other reason than he pops up on your screen with a notification apologizing for bugs that went on or something. Like ship is stuck in combat, and then he pops up and makes a quirky response. It makes you care a little bit less that your ship is stuck. That's what I would do. But what do I know? I'm just a stupid human.
Q? No, he should pop up randomly to anybody on the server. All right, and just one every hour, and pop up and give you just one special ability if you answer a riddle correctly or something like that.
But if you answer wrong, he blows up all your ships and takes your shield down.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's wild and crazy nights, man. Wild and crazy nights. There's so much going on this base, and it's still at 39 billion. We've been streaming over 2 hours. This is insane, man. I'm about to wrap it up because it's past midnight for me. I've got an interview tomorrow. I've got content to make for tomorrow. I got a podcast tomorrow night. Tuesdays are a really busy day for me. So
But you got over your 500 billion. 500
Yeah, I
million.
did, but it's so hard to stop rating when there's so much there.
I know. Because you know you're going to use every last ounce of it.
Exactly. Like, I just got to 500, but I could get to 1 billion. I mean, I've gotten almost 500 million trit just since we've been sitting here. Cool Cat says he was hitting him for a few hours and took 250. Yeah, I'm thankful that I know I talk a lot of trash about the faction miners, and I'm saying like get horizons only. Right now, having a 2 million pull Antares is sure freaking useful. I'll tell you that. It's really handy right now. But yeah, 540 million trit. I'm gonna blow through that almost immediately with my ISS jellyfish. That won't take long at all to go through. So Robert says, depends. Can you autopilot your interview to get enough sleep before it? Well, so here's the interview is not me doing interview for me, like get a job. The interview is I've been looking for a part-time helper to assist with some of the stuff like graphic design and some of the basic video editing so I can make more content for both my YouTube channels. So while I haven't reached the point where I'm rich and making it big, I'm talking about like hiring somebody part-time, like 10 hours here and there. Like, preferably like some high school student who will work for minimum wage and not like the Seattle minimum wage, like the American minimum wage. You appreciate capitalism when you become a business owner. Like, yeah, low minimum wage. So just trying to get some work done. And hopefully that means I can get out more consistent, better content with everybody. So there's a schedule I'd like to actually get to where I'm putting out at a certain time every day and everything. But I'm just not there yet because, you do streams and podcasts. And I'm just at the point where I need some help. So we'll see if that goes well.
Minimum wage here in New Zealand is $18 an hour.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't hire anybody for 18 an hour. I can't afford that.
No.
You can sign up for the new PPP loans now, right?
The PPP Lions? What?
Yeah, the payroll protection loans.
But that's a loan. I don't want any loan.
No, they give you as long as you put it for as long as you just put it for payroll salaries, and they're limiting it to anybody under what I think it's like 10 or 20 people, 10 or 20 business owners. Employees.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you put it just for payroll, you don't have to pay it back. It's forgiven.
Well, I still got to form my LLC. I still haven't done that yet.
Why not?
Because I, one, am ignorant to how to do it, and two, too much on my plate. And I know a lot of people have asked to help with that, and I'm accepting any help. I basically want to start one up in like Wisconsin, an out-of-state LLC, get it set up, and that way I can really start being a business and be protected in case Uncle Sam's like, hey, audit time. But I haven't had time.
Can I tell you one company? LegalZoom.
LegalZoom. Sounds like that costs money.
It probably costs you like $150 to get it all, but they do everything for you.
I'll look into it. I mean, if they'll do everything for me, it might be worth it, so, and I can write off anything I spend for forming an LLC on my taxes.
Exactly. I mean, you can do it for free, and it's not that hard to do, but you've got to fill in some paperwork. But LegalZoom will do it all for you. You pay them a bill. You pay them just a little bit of how much it is, and they'll set it up for you and everything. You tell them what you want to do, and you get all the, they'll send you all the paperwork, and you're good to go.
My main thing is I just want to make sure it's done right, like.
Well, they're a legal company, so.
Well, yeah, I get that. I'm just saying, like, for me, kind of that's why I haven't jumped on it yet. But now that I plan on hiring a part-time worker, I want to make sure that's set up because, I can't just be paying people like under the table and PayPal. So. Well, see, that's the thing, Robert. I don't want to form my LLC in Louisiana because I did look into that. We have fees every year, like semi-expensive fees, and we have to do like quarterly tax turn-ins or something like that for our incomes and everything.
You still have to do quarterlies.
A lot of states don't have to do that, like Wisconsin.
Yeah, you do.
There's specifically some states that do not require it. You don't have to do that at all. I remember looking that part up. And that's why I want to do certain out of states that don't require those things. So I'm really trying to do as little with Uncle Sam as I can possibly do.
I'm sure going international would be good.
Tay says quarterlies are a federal thing. Well, they might be for the federal, but I'm looking for the states, not having to do them. So. M. Karen says there's nothing wrong with Under the Table. It's a Newfie dream. Well, yeah, as an employee, I don't mind Under the Table, but as a business owner, I want to be able to, account for wages. So I don't necessarily want to be paying Under the Table. Anyway, if anybody is a legal expert out there, help me out. We'll get it set up. But I'll have that set up by next month, and that's even more money I've got to spend. Y'all, life is so expensive. Like, what's up with life being so expensive?
You could set people that work up for you as an independent contractor. Pay them as an independent. That would save you a ton of money.
It's true.
And give them a 1099 every year.
Rob?
Hey.
Do you have an EIN yet?
Nope.
You need an EIN if you want an employee and write 1099.
Well, you're going to need an EIN number anyway. So.
Probably.
You know what an EIN is?
Yes.
It's the same as your security number, but it
for business
represents your corporation or LLC or whatever you want to go on.
Mm-hmm. You asked me if I knew what it was. I said yes, and you went ahead and explained it anyway.
Well, yeah, I know, but you still need it to have an LLC.
Yeah, but they're free, though.
They're free.
I'm
still rating to this day. I think I'm going to stop at 550.
I see. No, you're going to stop. You're going to say when you get there, you're going to say house.
I think 550 is a good place to stop, though, because it'll still be there in the morning.
Yeah, 600 million is a lot more tempting. Just think that's a couple of. Now you think?
Yeah, I mean there's still 39 billion left. 2.5 hours is at 41 billion. It's still
but what if he comes home?
It's still got 40 hours of rating left, so.
You should go
but what about if he comes home? That's what you're running into is what happens if he comes home and goes, oh, my shield's down. Bing.
Yeah, but I have a 14-hour day tomorrow, so.
Oof.
That's what
I've got to make a video for you losers. I've got an interview I've got to do. I've got to watch the kids because wife has a dentist appointment. I've got to do a podcast, and I have to put out a video for my football channel. Yeah, it's going to be a 12, 14-hour day tomorrow, and I really don't want to be doing that on, no sleep.
Plus, you have to do your dailies for your 6 accounts.
No, I do a 14-hour day every day, right?
Cry me a river.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't want to do a 14-hour day every day, so... I mean, I'd like to. I see my kids an average of 30 total minutes a day. So most of my work time is when they're active and around. And when I'm not working, they're either at their daycare or they're sleeping. So.
What I don't get is how they don't wake up when you yell.
Oh, well, I've built this office. It was the carport. I turned it into the office and then insulated the wall. So
okay,
they're on the other side of the house. They can't hear me acting like an idiot.
That makes sense.
All right, one day shield going up. Look, everybody, I appreciate y'all chilling out on the YouTube, looking all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of the school.
Outside of the school.
Y'all come join the Discord channel if you haven't already. YouTube stream is wrapping up and ending here. Will be content out tomorrow, especially for you newer servers. You're going to be very interested to see what is in the stuff for tomorrow. But you'll just have to be here to see it. So, Hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you don't like my content, subscribe anyway, because at least have a heart to help people. You know, how about that? Help people. Help me help you. I love you. You love me. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Deuces. And stream is ended.